Emails are great, but SMS follow-ups in Clickfunnels can take your conversations to the next level, and setting them up is easier than you think. In this video, I will walk you step by step through building an SMS sequence to nurture your leads and follow up with them automatically, all within Clickfunnels. If you don't have a Clickfunnels account yet, use the link in the description to get an extended 30-day trial instead of the usual 14-day trial and our Clickfunnels course as a bonus. Now let me show you how to set everything up. To send SMS from Clickfunnels, we will need to use a feature called Message Hub, and we will also need either a Twilio or a Bandwidth account. These are two SMS services supported by Clickfunnels at the moment. I will use Twilio, but the process of connecting Bandwidth to your Clickfunnels account is similar. That said, our first step in the setup is to connect our Twilio account to Clickfunnels using Message Hub and create an inbox for SMS messages. From the dashboard, navigate to the Message Hub section on the left here. If you don't see it here yet, because you haven't used it before, click Add Apps, then search for Message Hub, and then click on the card to add this feature to your dashboard. After that, you will be able to log into your Message Hub section. By the way, if you want to learn more about Message Hub, how it works, its possibilities, you can check out the detailed overview by clicking on the card here. What we need to do here is to create a new inbox for SMS and connect our Twilio or Bandwidth account. I click New Inbox, then select SMS, and we just follow the steps that we see here. First, we select the provider. It's either Twilio or Bandwidth, as mentioned before. Then we set the name for the inbox, and we need to paste some information from the Twilio account. In Twilio, you can find the account information already on the dashboard, and I will quickly copy first the phone number and paste it in Clickfunnels, and then add other information that is required to connect my Twilio account. Once we have all the information added here, I click Create Twilio Channel. In this step, I select the agents that will be able to access this inbox and handle the requests. Click Add Agents. And that's all we need to do to create the inbox for text messages and connect a Twilio account. And I assume the setup for Bandwidth is pretty much the same. Once we set up our SMS inbox, we can create an SMS sequence with our text messages and other actions. I came up with a structure like this to show you different actions you can use. Let's quickly go over the example sequence. Let's say I want to send SMS to people who opted in on my funnel page. So we will have an opt-in as a trigger. Then we send the first text message, wait for a response, have a delay, and send the second message. After that, we wait for 2 days and split the workflow based on a condition. And then we either end the workflow or add a note to the contact and send another SMS. To create a workflow, go to the Automations, Workflows, and then you click Add Workflow. Set a name for it, select the type, and click Create Workflow. I will use one of my existing workflows. We start by selecting a trigger. In our example, it's an opt-in. Click on the card. Click Add a trigger. Select event type, opt-in. Then select the funnel and the funnel page where this opt-in should happen. Naturally, on the opt-in page, you also should ask your contacts for a phone number. Otherwise, Clickfunnels will not know where to send the text messages. I don't want anonymous contacts, and I also want to make this trigger active. Click Save Changes. Now we can close this window and proceed with our workflow. In our example, after the trigger, we send the first message and then we wait for a response from the contact. To add the message, click the plus icon, then select Send Message Hub Message. In the drop-down, select SMS and enter the text of your message. It's just an example text. You, of course, should enter the message that makes sense for you. And by the way, the messages are limited to 160 characters. For the first message, I will select Start New Conversation, and then we click Create Step. After that, we want to add an action, Wait for a response. Click the plus icon and select Awaiting response. Let's say I want to wait for a response for 1 day, and after that I want to continue the workflow, even if they don't reply to my SMS. You can also end the workflow if that makes sense for you, but this option, continue run, will continue the workflow after the maximum waiting time has passed. In my case, it's 1 day, regardless of whether the contact has responded to my message. And the contacts will just move to the next step in the workflow. After that, we click create, and we add a delay to our workflow. Again, we click the plus icon and search for delay. Let's say I want to wait for 1 day. I select the relative type and then select 1 day here. Or you can also wait until a specific day of the week or day of the month. Click create. I think adding a delay makes sense here because if a contact replies to our first message and does it quite fast, we don't want to send the second SMS directly afterwards. That's why I added a delay here. Now let's once again check with our flow. Then we have the second message, another delay, and a condition. Just a reminder, it's an example sequence. You don't have to create your SMS sequence exactly this way. It's just something that I came up with to show you as many actions that you can use in your workflow as possible. If you want a faster path to launching your funnels and products in Clickfunnels without having to figure everything out on your own, check out our Clickfunnels course. Inside, I will walk you step by step through how to build funnels that convert, automate your follow-ups, build a course, a community, use other awesome Clickfunnels features, and launch with confidence, even if you're not tech-savvy. Whether you're a digital marketer, coach, content, or course creator, this course is built to save you months of guessing and help you launch your products faster without the tech overwhelm. You can get the course for free when you use our link to start your extended 30-day Clickfunnels trial, or if you already have a Clickfunnels account, you can get the course separately. Either way, the links to the trial and the course are in the description. If your goal is to launch your products faster and without tech issues in Clickfunnels, this is the shortcut you need. Okay, we add the second SMS and also add a delay. Again, I click the plus icon, then select Send Message Hub Message. Exactly same steps that we did for the first message. Select SMS, then enter the message text. In my example, in the second SMS, I want to send the contacts a link to schedule a quick strategy session with me. By the way, you can also use the appointments feature in Clickfunnels to have an event and also offer your contacts a scheduling page where they can select a slot for the strategy call. If you want to learn more about setting that up and using the appointment feature, check out the video by clicking on the card up here. Then we click Create Step to save the message. After that, I add another delay. This time I would want to wait for 2 days. Click Create. And let's imagine that during this time, during these 2 days, my team members check if the contact scheduled the appointment by using the link in the second message. And if the contact did schedule an appointment, a team member manually adds a tag to the contact. And we will use this tag as a condition to split our workflow further. If we once again look at the flow diagram, you can see that I have a split path here with a condition has a tag that would theoretically be manually added by a team member. And then we have a yes path. If the contact scheduled an appointment, we want to end this workflow. And if they didn't schedule an appointment, we want to add a note to the contact and send another message, and after that end the workflow. Now let's build that. To add a condition, we need to select Conditional Split Path action. And then we have yes and no paths created. First, we need to set the condition. In my example, it's if the contact has a tag. So in this drop-down, I select contact tags, is, and then I select the tag that I want to use. You of course can use other conditions that you see here to create a split path in the workflow. After that, I click Submit to save the changes. And now we can add different actions to the yes and no paths. If the contact scheduled the appointment, we will end the automation here. And for the no paths, we want to add a note and send another SMS. I click the plus icon, then I search for Add a Note. And I just enter the note text here. This note will be visible in the contact information. And we said then I want to send another SMS. Again, I click the plus icon, select SMS here, and enter the text for the third message. Click Create Step to save the changes. And after that, I want to end the workflow. I either select the end action here, like we did for the yes path, or the workflow will end automatically. You of course don't need to end your SMS sequence in Clickfunnels at that point. You can add as many SMS messages as you need. I just used that workflow as an example. Once your SMS sequence or workflow in Clickfunnels is ready, you should activate it. Now let's test the first steps of the workflow to ensure that it's triggered properly. And I will also show you where you will see the incoming messages if somebody replies to your SMS and how you can reply to them directly in Clickfunnels. I go to the funnel page that I selected in the trigger. That's an opt-in page where I'm requesting the contact information. I will quickly need to enter the contact information as the real visitor on your opt-in page would do. And you of course want to enter your real phone number so you can test the workflow. Once you enter the information, click the button and it should submit the form. If we go to the workflow, we see where the contacts are, at which step, and if you click on the link here, you also will be able to preview the contact information. Now on my phone, I got the SMS. That's the text for the first SMS that I set up in the workflow. And now let me reply to the SMS and I will show you where in Clickfunnels you will see the incoming messages and how you can easily reply to them. Now I send the message, and if we go to the message hub, then if you go to the SMS inbox, in the unassigned tab you will see the new conversation. And that's exactly the message that I sent from my phone. To answer to this message, you just type your reply here, then send it. And as you can see, the message also appeared on my phone. And in this SMS inbox, you will see all the messages that you will receive from the contacts who replied to your SMS. That's how easy you can build an SMS sequence to nurture your leads or follow up with your contacts. If this video tutorial was helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to not miss our future tutorials. Thank you for watching and I will see you in our next video. Bye bye.